Hi, I'm Esther. Well done if you watched my last video. It was an experience as it was my first. I promise they will look more professional in time. Okay, so I'm going to tell you more about the EMS Cushing's Laminitis Journal and why I wish I had it sooner. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to why this journal was created, why I'm using it now, and why it can certainly help you navigate this particular scenario. You'll find a link to the website where you will find this journal in the description. Okay, so let's get started. When my pony was diagnosed with Cushing's disease, an equine metabolic syndrome, everything changed overnight. Suddenly, I was dealing with laminitis risks, blood tests, medication schedules, grazing restrictions, x-rays, treatment plans, and I felt completely overwhelmed. Not because I didn't care or because I didn't know anything, but because I cared so much and I was terrified of getting something wrong. I muddled through the next 8 years, mostly getting getting it right, but getting some of it wrong because I kept losing track of how long times were between blood tests and x-rays, when medications were being altered. I thought I could all remember it in my head. I had snippets on my phone, pictures stored on old devices. I didn't even know how much I'd spent on vet visits. It was unorganized and not structured, and I spent ages trying to recap previous months and what had happened all the way back then. It would have been so useful to have had this journal then, even if it was just to quickly flip it open and see what my pony's hooves looked like, say 6 to 9 months ago, or to check a blood test result from back, to compare, or to quickly check medications, and how they progressed. So I created something I desperately needed at the time. Today, I want to show you why the journal exists and what the problem actually solves, and how it can help you if you're navigating EMS, Cushing's and laminitis with your own horse or pony. But first, have you ever left the vets or the vet left you feeling like you understood everything only to get home or to get through the door and realise you actually didn't? Have you struggled to keep track of blood results, medication changes and farrier notes? Have you worried that missing one small little detail could have huge consequences for your horse? If you felt that uncertainty in your stomach, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When my pony was diagnosed, I suddenly entered a world of terminology and information I wasn't prepared for. ACTH levels, insulin results, diet adjustments, restricted grazing, x-ray measurements, percolide dosage, farrier instructions, everything was written down, but it was either in vet speak, scribbled on bits of paper, buried in emails, stored in my vet's notes, and I constantly felt like I was piecing together a puzzle I didn't fully understand. I remember standing in the yard thinking, I just need everything in one place, somewhere simple, somewhere clear, somewhere written in a language and organized that made sense to me. Because managing EMS, Cushing's and laminitis isn't just medical, it's emotional as well. You're constantly second guessing yourself, watching for the signs, checking digital pulses, worrying about grass, monitoring weight, trying to stay calm. I wasn't just managing these conditions, I was managing my own anxiety too. So I created the journal I wish I'd been handed on diagnosis day. The EMS Cushing's Laminitis Journal is a structured, practical companion for horse and pony owners navigating these conditions. It brings everything into one place. Inside, you can record those blood test results in a clear, organised fashion, track medication dosages and those changes, and log the farrier visits and any comments he might have said, and x-ray notes, monitor weight, condition scoring and grazing adjustments, keep daily observations so patterns don't get missed. Instead of scattered notes and constant mental overload, you've got clarity. Instead of relying on memory, you have a record. Instead of feeling muddled, you're now organised and informed. And when you feel informed, you feel that much more in control. It doesn't replace your vet, it supports you so you can work with your vet more confidently. This journal was built from a lived experience. Every section exists because at some point I needed it. In my next video, I'm going to open up the EMS Cushing's Laminitis Journal and walk you through exactly what's inside, page by page, so you can see how it works in real life. If you're currently managing one of these conditions, or you've just had that diagnosis, You don't have to figure it out alone. Watch the next video and I'll show you how this journal can make things feel clearer, calmer, and far more manageable. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.